Alright, today I'm doing something a little bit different. I put out a tweet asking for someone to draw a route for me in either Canton or Waynesville, North Carolina, the town I live in and another town over. So I got a reply with this route, so I've set that up. The only problem is there are two spots. No matter what I do here, it will not route me around this curve at the end of this road to the left and back down. So what I'm going to need to do is, once I turn up this road, I may have to disable FSD and make that turn manually, or FSD will figure it out once I'm there. But for right now, the route shows me going up this road, which is called Bailey Street, and then backtrack a little bit, and then this way. The same thing over here. So I put a destination here, and instead of following the road to the end and going back to the left here, it wants to backtrack and go down this road. So that obviously isn't the right way either. So when I turn on this road, I'll just have to remove the stop and let it go to the end on its own, or manually take over for this turn. We'll see. Right, so leaving this parking lot, I can't use full self-driving. I'll show you in just a second, as soon as it gives me a... Okay. So, even though I'm turning right, it puts on a left turn signal, and the tentacle shows left. It will try to turn left out of this parking lot, even though I'm going right. Obviously, it shows a right turn here, the blue line is right, but it wants to go left. No matter what I do, it will not turn right out of this parking lot. So for here, I have to disable FSD and manually turn out of the parking lot. Now, I don't count this as a disengagement because parking lots are not something that the car is supposed to be able to do yet, but that is an issue that will need to be fixed. So for some reason it likes for me to be in the left lane through this stretch of town. Not sure why, even though I need to turn right and it knows that. It wants me left here and then it'll get back over. So that was my fault. I accidentally hit the wheel there. I had hit the turn signal at the same time as the car started getting over and it messed up the turn. So I'm not going to count that as a disengagement, obviously, because it was just me putting weight on the wheel. Okay, that was a nice turn. Slow us down just a little bit. So once I turn onto Bailey Street here, I will remove that stop. And it should just follow the road. All right, so now it's actually going to route me the right way now that I'm up here. So, let's see. All right, kind of slow in this turn, but it did it fine. We should pull up a little more so we can see. All right. So this is a super tight turn here. And there is a car coming. And it's not going to make it. You see how tight this is? It's a little bit ridiculous. Okay. That truck with the trailer really made it hard there. Okay, I'm not turning at this spot. It puts on a right turn signal when it's curving to the right, which is probably, you know, for other people, it's probably like, what is wrong with this person? So I've literally never been up this road all my life living here. All right, so actually I should be able to edit this trip and slow it down. Remove this stop as well. It should route me back. So I don't know. I've never been up here. So I'm not sure how this road even works. Interesting. Nope. Yeah, I would never, ever come up this road. I'm going to turn on my turn signal so you can see what I'm looking at here. So this is from my front fender camera. I can't even see from that camera really well. And I'm almost in the road. I'm probably going to scrape bottom if I don't turn this right. And there's a car coming. So, yeah. No way. I would never, as a human, I would never go on that road. So thank you, James, for this wonderful route. All right, so I'm actually not turning here. The road just turns to the right a little. So yeah, at that light, it thinks it's a right turn, but it's actually just that the road curves a little. And if you stop there on a red light, it will actually creep forward and go because it thinks it's a right turn, and right on turn is legal. or right on red is legal. So yeah, if you hit that red and you're the car in the front, you have to actually hit the brakes and disengage, or the car will just go. And it will go, you know, on red because it thinks it's a right turn. There's another spot right up here. It does the same thing. You'll see the turn signal will come on. It looks like a right turn on the navigation, but the road just curves to the right, and it'll put on the turn signal. Same thing here. If you hit this red, it will go on red because it thinks it can make a right on red. So yeah, pretty unsuccessful on that route. I'm actually going to pull in here and do the same route in the opposite direction because James did not put an arrow on his route, so I'm going to try it both ways. Alright, so I've got the route set up. It's giving me issues with this turn here, and it wants to take me up this way. So I think I need to add another route, another waypoint here, and we'll edit the trip and put that. Yeah, that would be the first one. All right, so yeah, it doesn't want to turn me up this road. And we'll see if it fixes itself when we get there, but I may have to take over to get us up this little spot right here, this odd spot. But other than that, it's doing the right route. So I'll go ahead and go, and if I have to make changes up here, I will. The map data is just messed up around here, so it just doesn't know what to do there. Again, and like pulling out of this parking lot, it can't turn right. So I have to do this myself. Okay. So once we get up here, I'll remove that first stop and see if it routes us up this road right here. So again, I mentioned that it likes to put me in the left lane. This time it actually didn't get me in the left lane. It just put on the turn signal for a second. So that's odd. Nope. So all right. I had canceled that for a second because I didn't want to get in the left lane, but then it went ahead and did it again. I really don't want to be in the left lane right now. No. See, it just put on the right turn signal and there's a truck beside me. I'm gonna have to get over, so I hate to speed up down here. But I had to get in front of them. So I will go ahead, once I'm up here, So as soon as I get past this next road on the right around this curve, because I don't want it to take the wrong road, I will remove this stop and let it reroute us right here. So where we're going is that really sharp road to the right. I don't know if it's going to route us up it or not. Nope. It was not going to. It showed it on the map, but see, it's a little bit off. So it wasn't even going to put on the turn signal. It was just going to pass it, even though it was showing it routing up here. I think it's just off a little bit. All right, so I'll put this back on. Gotta wait till it passes this road to the right before I remove the next stop. Okay. All right, so now the rest of the route is correct. I'll have to remove a couple stops. I had to do two stops right near each other to make it go the right way there. But it should do okay. The intersection at that double stop sign is going to be interesting, especially if there's traffic coming. More than likely, I'll have to take over. Okay, that's good. It needs to speed up though. All right. So the lines are pretty much faded to nothing here. There are lines on this road, but they're really hard to see. I don't know what this is in the road. Somebody's hubcap. The car actually went over it, so over the line to miss it. So I didn't have to take over. All right, so here we've got a really sharp, narrow right turn. Usually there's traffic, like before. Okay, and then it should stay to the right. Well, luckily there's no car turning here. So it did that good. It's not turning left though. Where's it going? All right, so edit trip. So now it's got to turn right on Bailey Street here. And it's not turning sharply enough. And there was a car coming. It just doesn't turn sharply enough. And there's actually a good bit of traffic out today on these roads. Usually, you know, if I went out in the morning or later in the evening or on a weekday, you probably wouldn't see as many cars coming through these small roads. But so it's a pretty good test and shows that there's a long way to go before FSD can handle just, you know, basic roads in this town. So I kept the speed down while it was going through that little area. Okay, we're not turning. All right, so this spot, nice S. So this spot, there's a line right here, back a little ways from the crosswalk. The reason they do that is because people turning from that road left onto this road need a little bit more room, and the car is actually doing a good job here. People will actually pull up to the crosswalk, and then it's almost impossible to turn left on this road. So great job turning out onto this road into the center lane. The left lane actually is left turn only, so it should not turn into that lane. So that's actually a good thing that it turned into the middle. It does a right turn signal briefly there, which is incorrect. The road just, turns to the right a little bit. But there we go. That's the entire trip, both directions. Did an okay job in some spots, and then it just can't handle some of the narrow turns. So overall, I mean, it just shows that FSD has a very long way to go to be, a robotaxi. It's got to be able to handle at least residential roads like that. If we're talking about blacklisting certain roads that are, residential streets, then really you're not doing anything more than what Waymo is trying to do, where it's geofenced. So for a full robotaxi experience, there's a lot of work to do. And I wish that Tesla would take a look at my videos, my data, where, basic things don't work right. I've submitted captures for months, off and on in spots, and the same spots over and over. It messes up, and still not fixed, even with new map data. But there's just a long way to go. So anyway, thanks a lot for watching this. I'd like to do this more. It's really cool doing a route that, I've never been on that road as long as I've lived here. I've lived here most of my life and never been on that road. So it was kind of cool. So if anyone wants to set up a route for me, pick anywhere in the town of Canton or Clyde or Waynesville, North Carolina. Just draw a route on the map on the roads. Let me know which direction to go on your route. Put an arrow, every little bit on the line just so I can see the direction you want me to follow. But yeah, just draw a route, tweet it to me at Tesla Truck Club, and I'll see what I can do. Should be fun. All right, thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you next time.